Domonique Foxworth,
So
it is time to...
It really does.
I realize I'm the jerk because you're asking me the question. Go ahead, answer the
But
question.
you're going to be answering
Hey,
the
whatever,
questions.
Joe.
That's the beauty of that.
He just realized.
Wait a minute, this is a segment that makes me look bad? I'm supposed to look good.
Sweetheart.
All right, do you view this season as now or never for Josh Allen to win that elusive Super Bowl?
Of course not. This is a great opportunity for him to win the Super Bowl. Every day that Josh Allen wakes up and is still healthy and moving the way that he does and throwing the way he does is a great opportunity to win a Super Bowl. He may not be all that healthy the way we saw him limping into the locker room, but I think that anytime Josh Allen is healthy and has some support, especially from this running game this year, they have a realistic opportunity to win the Super Bowl. So, no, this is not now or never.
J-Mac, do you see this as Allen's best chance to win a Super Bowl?
I do not, because when you look at the roster and who he has in the locker room, I don't think he has the best supporting cast when you look around AFC. Yes, Josh Allen will be the best quarterback in the conference who gets into the playoffs. When you look at his receivers and his defense compared to the rest of the field, I don't know if this is the best chance.
Don't disrespect Drake, man. Don't disrespect him.
Neat.
UNC.
Answer the question. Who is going to capture the 1 seed in the AFC?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Broncos, and maybe I got a little Broncos bias, but I think what happened to them last week against the Jags was ugly, but it's not over. This team's been incredible, and just a week prior, we saw Bo Nix take what we thought was a step offensively in his ability to attack the intermediate area and be more accurate consistently in the course of the game. This team is really good and getting better, and they have a running game that can support the quarterback a little bit and a defense that I think is just amongst the best, not amongst the best, probably the best in the league. I like the Texans just a little bit more, but
Saturday.
A top-level defense.
Which team in the AFC most needs that 1 seed to succeed?
Oh, probably the Broncos. I mean, you're a young team, you're a defense-led football team. You want to have Bo Nix as comfortable as possible. And again, you saw the way the Jaguars got after them offensively. I don't think that happens week in and week out. I think that was more of a one-off. They'll they'll kind of fix some errors. But you saw Nix made some errors. There were some open receivers. He's throwing it the wrong way. Yeah. When you go on the road, all that timing speeds up. You want to be at home if you're the Denver Broncos.
Plus, they really think their home field is one of their advantages.
Yeah. The whole mile high thing. Yeah.
Neek, answer the question. Is John Harbaugh coaching for his job in Baltimore?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's coaching for their job, right? Is that a cop-out?
All
right, I will answer the question. Yeah. I don't think he is coaching for his job. I think that John Harbaugh has shown the ability there to change a bunch of different times. I think the way that they run offense, the way they run defense, he's been the CEO. And since he came up as a special teams coordinator, he doesn't seem married to any scheme that is a problem. If they want to move on from John Harbaugh, it's not because of his ability to coach. It's because of maybe there's some sort of disconnect inside the building. If that is something that's happening, then they have to make the decision. But as of now, I think John Harbaugh has kind of proven that he's an adaptable manager. And if they think that it's nothing else, if the issue is that they haven't won this year, I think they'll figure out a way to win going forward with him as the coach.
Let's stay right here on this because we're not the only ones asking about this. John Harbaugh himself was asked about this yesterday. Take a listen.
Try to do the job, not try to keep the job, because there's no such thing as having a job. It's just doing a job. And so my focus is on always, and has been for the last 18 years here and the last 41 years in coaching, has been to try to do the best job I can today and fight as hard as I can so the guys can have the best chance to be successful today. If we do a good enough job today, then the opportunity to do that job or a different job will be there tomorrow. And that's what you hope for.
Raj, Schefter said on this show yesterday, and he pointed this out, Harbaugh and Lamar together only have 3 playoff wins in their entire tenure together. Is it a certainty both are back with the Ravens next season?
No, because it is time to address Lamar's contract again for the Baltimore Ravens. He has 2 years left on it, no guarantees, and if they do nothing at all, his cap number next year will be almost $75 million. So they have to figure something out, whether that's an extension or if they decide they want to, take it out for a spin and see what you could maybe get on the trade market. Now, the reason to do that would only be if you got to a point where you're considering all your options, which is look, it's year 8 and they've won 3 playoff games. They've built elite teams around Lamar Jackson that still weren't able to get it done. If you're in the business of winning championships and you're sitting there and you think and you believe that you're not going to get it done with this player, then I think you have to consider all options. I'm not saying they should trade Lamar Jackson.
Right.
I am saying it is time to extend him again is that a rubber stamp or is it not? And considering how difficult it was to get him signed last time, considering he's had at least 3 seasons where he's missed significant time due to injury out of the 8, and considering you haven't done what you're set out to do with him at quarterback, I think it's a conversation that I don't think is insane to think about having.
Is it insane?
Yeah. Give me that rubber stamp immediately. So, like, it sounds outrageous. It's not the first time I've heard somebody float this as an idea, which makes it feel a little bit more legitimate, which is concerning and scary. But it suggests to me, if you want to win a championship, it's hard for me to imagine a scenario that you get closer to winning a championship if you're willing to move on from a 2-time MVP, future Hall of Fame quarterback who's in his prime right now.
I just want to make it clear what I'm saying. I do not believe the Baltimore Ravens, if they moved on from Lamar Jackson, would be able to replace him with a better player. I don't think there is a better player than Lamar Jackson. What I'm talking about is a situation in which the franchise is confronted with, okay, he needs another contract. At this point, that probably means $60 million a year. What does that mean for the rest of our build? And if it's going to make it too difficult to do what we think we need to do to win a championship, do we want to see what we can get? Because again, you're not going to just cut him. Like, you would get something of significant value in return. And that might help you with that build. So I just think the Ravens is maybe the most disappointing team in the entire league this season. I think it's the kind of situation where you have to examine all your options.
I kind of lived in this world with Peyton Manning a little bit, right? When you run into the situation what's happened in Kansas City, where you get a team that just continues to win and goes to the Super Bowl every year. Yeah, we had it with the Patriots and Tom Brady, right? It's really difficult because people start looking at your playoff. Oh, he's not. Okay, I get it. Then you run into Josh Allens of the world. Like, there's explanation. You got to put it in context, right, of like why they haven't been. So, to Dan's point, there's definitely a conversation to be had. And as an organization, you always have to have difficult conversations. But when you're talking about, you've already built your organization around Lamar Jackson. To strip this down and change up the style of play would be really difficult again. Because, again, there's not another quarterback in the league that fits that model. And that's
what I'm saying. Change the model. Like, to your point, you said context, right? Like, oh, he's run into Josh Allen, he's run into Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson has been favored, Hembo sent me this, in 4 of his 5 playoff elimination games that he lost. Like, that is, so it's not that he's running up against better competition.
J-Mac, get in here.
And I look at this, and I understand what Graz is saying, that you have this conversation. If you're having this conversation, you damn sure better be right. I look at it on the NBA side. We just watched Luka Doncic get traded in the prime of his career. And a lot of the conversation surrounding that was the Dallas Mavericks didn't feel like he had the work ethic to be able to get them over the hump. The only way, to me, you're considering making a trade like this is you feel like Lamar Jackson, at this point of his career, has hit his peak. And from now on, it's going. And
I don't agree. I think the realization is not that he's peaked. It's that we aren't going to get where we need to go with him. We have 8 years of data that shows us.
This is we have a lot of time.
This is where we run into the issue is, like, because you haven't done it yet doesn't mean you're not going to do it. And they're not going to get closer. So if they made this decision, this is about a tear it down and we're starting all the way over. I think that this organization, of all the organizations in football, has enough credibility since they were born. They've been consistent in making good decision after good decision after good decision. They're one of the few organizations that can make a move like this that we would at least say, I don't know, let's think about it before we say they're insane.
Leave it right there for now. We have plenty of time to get into this in the next hour, and we are going to dive